starting at the back of Arty Elementary School, where I spent the first 3 years of my school life. Not really sure what years that was, but at any rate, we're going to take a small walk through of the building. Keep in mind now, a lot of it's dark in there and I don't have my flashlight. I forgot it. So we're going to start in the furnace room. An old-timey coal furnace right there. Come on around. Like I said, now keep in mind it's fairly dark in here. And like a dummy, I forgot my big flashlight. So anyway, this is the coal room where they kept the coal. Right there's the coal chute, or the coal ditch, or whatever you want to call it. I'm assuming that it went to the outside before it got all muddy and dirty and everything. Got to be careful walking in here because it's stuff everywhere. That right there, I'm not real sure what that is or where that goes, and I'm not going down in there to find out right now because I don't have my flashlight. And there's an oil tank that I'm assuming at some point they converted over to oil heat. I'm not real sure. But anyway, we're getting ready to go into the cafeteria. Well, it was the cafeteria and the gym. Here. Have two big windows on either side where you could see out. And this is a closet right here. And this over here was the kitchen where all the cooking was done. There's an old fuse box holder. We got storage closets here. Bathroom here. Like I said, I'll do some more when I have my flashlight. I'm gonna go into these darker rooms. There's only 2 or 3. So anyway, here was the return tray alcove. And you can only assume that the stoves and stuff was lined up against that wall, perhaps this one. And then over here was the sinks and stuff. Here's where they handed out your lunch to you. If you can use your imagination for a minute, just imagine being 5, 6 years old, walking up to the window and getting your food, and then walking over in here somewhere and sitting down at a table. I remember a story about this little spot right here when I don't know what grade I was in, but it was this spot right here. There was tables lined up and down through there. And I remember my best friend Matthew, him and some other friends of mine were bragging about what their dads did for a living. And of course my mom and dad, you know, divorced when I was 5. But you know, to make it interesting, I came up with this story that my dad jumped out of airplanes for a living, and it was right there in that spot that I told that story.